I call here, Günter Fellinger Jan speaking from Vienna. I call for the expulsion of the Serbian state regime party SNS from the European People's Party, EPP. This is very important. So we must make sure that after yesterday's violence and after now 7 years of constant protest against the Vučić regime, which is backed by Russia, and Vučić consistent anti-European and pro-Russian stance on most issues, his rejection of our sanctions and also the non-closing of the airspace and the buying of Russian and Chinese weapons and all his threats towards Kosovo, the terrorism in Banska and all the things he did for separatism and secession in Bosnia and all the other many things, yeah, that there's the buck stopping here now. And similar and same as we did with Fidesz, it must be excluded. The SNS must go. Vučić cannot be met by EPP leaders anymore. And Christian Stocker's visit yesterday was a big mistake. I apologize for that. Yeah? Also stating that the dialogue is without alternative. Obviously the dialogue is with alternatives, where we can put Kosovo and Bosnia in NATO and in the EU. And this is the way we must do it. 5 Western Balkan countries are ready for the EU. This is Bosnia, Kosovo and the 3 NATO allies. Yeah? Bosnia and Kosovo are anyhow protected by NATO from the post-war treaties, and the 3 full allies, Macedonia and Montenegro and Albania is 5. And Serbia must be isolated, the candidate status must be taken from Serbia, the funding must be frozen, and we must work for the SNS must be expelled from EPP, and all other political links must be severed. And then Serbia must have regime change and must definitely change towards a pro-European regime led by some of the opposition leaders like Nikola Sandulovic, or by the center left, or by the students. They will find a way forward, or no matter. But Vučić, with his proven track record of pro-Russianism and anti-Albanian genocidal history and all this lack of apologies and remorse for the free and genocidal campaigns, the lack of contrition, and his whole policies must not be rewarded by visits with EPP and European leaders, and he can no longer stay in the family of center-right conservative Christian Democrats, because he is representing something totally different, like Orban. They have sold their soul and themselves and their countries to Russia in the energy sector and all these things, and there are so many reasons for that. In my Twitter account I have listed about 20 reasons why Serbia is not with us. Most important, the mentality is not part of the free world. The current Serbian regime is very much with the Russian world. They have their own concept of Serbian world, which they export even then towards Montenegro, Bosnia, Kosovo, and try to pull in Macedonia as well, and try to dominate in a kind of a version of the Russian world with their own ideological concepts, which is against Europe, against NATO, against America, and it's a nationalistic and anti-Western worldview, which we cannot accept inside the European Union. There is no way. And all this, we need a credible perspective. Serbia, recognize Kosovo, join the Euro, do something concrete, join the sanctions regime, the European foreign policy. We don't want Serbia which is against us. How can we take that credibly in? And so then Serbia, after all these changes, can then fulfill all the requirements which Bosnia and Kosovo, Montenegro, Macedonia, Croatia have as future full members in the EU and NATO, and then Serbia has to fulfill all the bilateral things, and that's the way we will do it, and that's the only way we can credibly do it, Mr. Stocker. This is the only way we can do it, Mr. Weber, and please, let's expel the SNS exactly now. Best regards from Vienna. This is Günter Fellinger Jan. Please follow me, subscribe, and please support my enlargement campaign for Ukraine victory and for the 5 Western Balkan countries who are pro-European to join the free world and the European Union and NATO, and for Serbia to be isolated. Thanks a lot. All the best. Bye.